Last weekend, I went to Belfast, Maine for their Arts in the Park event. This is something that they do every year. There's food, there's music, and there's tons of crafts and art made by local artists. I get to meet some really awesome people, and I hope you check them out online. There are links down below for each of these artists.
Trevor Smith.
Trevor Smith, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Almost everything here usually starts as an ink drawing on paper. Then once that's done, I usually scan it, bring it into Photoshop, start playing around with what color options there are before I start mixing the inks.
Tell me about how you preserve like the hand-drawn look in Photoshop.
Like this kangaroo, for instance. I mean, that was just a black drawing on paper, and scan it. You remove everything except for the black, which we call the key line, usually in printing. It maintains its illustration style, even once you digitize it. Then once you bring it back to a silkscreen print, it does bring back some of that graininess and rough edges that a drawing would have anyway. So it's a good question. I've never been asked that.
If you guys like his work, check out pinegiant.com. That's awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Sara, Terrell, illustration and design. I get most of my inspiration from nature. I'm a big hiker and love exploring and identifying plants and birds and things like that. And so then I try to bring that back into my artwork. Sometimes I draw inspiration from like myths and folklore, like the Sasquatch or the Wendigo. And a little bit of pop culture, video games, and things like that. So whatever brings me joy, I try to put back into the artwork.
I'm curious what your favorite games are.
Well, my first love was Tomb Raider as a young girl.
Yep.
And then I love the Fallout video games. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3. So it really kind of varies, but Fallout stuff's great.
You do these larger paintings. Are these original paintings? Or are they reproductions?
This is the only one that's a reproduction.
Awesome.
That's hanging up. Everything else is original. And then I photograph them, and then I'll have them turned into cards or prints to just have a couple of different price points, because I know not everybody can afford original artwork. So I try to make art as accessible as possible, because I don't think that art should be a luxury. I think it's something that everybody should have a little piece of.
So if people want to follow you online, how can you do that?
I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and you can just do @Sara Terrell Illustration. I'm also starting to implement a newsletter that I will be sending out once a month that will have sort of little exclusive sneak peeks to things I'm working on. I'm also including like a little freebie, so I've been doing little coloring pages that people can download and print off and color for themselves. So yeah, trying to throw a little bit more out there and engage a little bit more with the audience.
Absolutely. That is very smart. I like where your head's at. Cool. Yeah, everybody go follow Sara Terrell on Instagram.
My name is Jamie, and my husband Paul.
Paul, nice to meet you.
Our business is called Wicked Awesome Quilts on Instagram as well. Wicked Awesome Quilts. We're out of Portland, Maine. I love piecing and making the quilts. Paul has learned to do the long arming stitching, so the two of us are doing a lot of quilts together. I've been quilting for about 20 years. We sell the quilts, as well as we have a long arm business as well, where we do quilting for other people.
We have like the really traditional stuff. We have modern stuff. He rescues some older quilts. And then we've got the cryptids.
Years ago, when we first started making the Bigfoot quilts, I was cutting out the silhouette of the traditional famous black silhouette, what a lot of people have in their yards, and I was applicating that onto a big piece of fabric. I think Mothman is now more popular than Bigfoot as a crypto.
Yeah.
And, to find other cryptids in fabric is hard, but a lot of times you can come across them. It's the love of shopping for fabrics. It's the love of creating something from scratch.
Yeah.
I don't follow a lot of patterns. I just kind of make up my own stuff and call it good. So,
It's great to meet you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for the interview.
absolutely.
What was your name?
Courtney. Sea salt and silver.
The sign out here says that it's like ethically sourced gemstones and recycled silver.
So that's all stuff that really is important to me. I want to know where the gemstones are coming from. So responsibly sourced or ethically sourced hinges around a few things. Traceability is important. Who cut it? Where was it mined? Who's doing the mining? Also, they call it upcycling. So like using old stones or antique stones is also a way of, you know, being responsible. No new stones are mined for that type of stuff. And as far as the metals go, I use recycled gold and silver. So it comes to me already having been recycled. And then I also recycle my old scrap.
Nice. So how did you get involved in making jewelry?
I've been making jewelry probably since I was like 8. And it starts out, you know, somebody buys you a craft kit for your birthday. I did beading, and then you're going to the craft store and buying all the little stones and the kits and stuff to make stuff. In college, I was doing, you know, some craft fairs each year, like in the summer and stuff. And I believe I was in college when I got my first like doing business under a different name, kind of as a hobby. This wasn't always my main gig, and then eventually I was ready to take it full time and quit my day job. Maybe it was 2020, 2021 where I actually formed an actual LLC.
So if people want to find you online, how can they do that?
SeaSaltandSilver.com.
Awesome.
And I'm on Instagram as Sea Salt and Silver as well.
Excellent. Cool. It was great to meet you. Thank you
Nice
so
to
much.
meet you too.
Well, that was the Arts in the Park experience in Belfast, Maine. And I got to tell you, I met some really cool people. The whole experience of just Maine's creative economy is so unique compared to other places I've lived. And I don't know, it's just super cool to meet creative people who are small business owners and motivated to, you know, make a living for themselves. I find it to be inspiring that people, you know, have to create. And it's not just about like, doing it for the money. They do it for the passion, for the love of what they do. So I don't know. Yeah, I had fun today. Thanks for joining me.